Welcome back to another installment of Lessons in Logic. I'm Andy Olson with Echozoe Ministries. And for this installment, we are talking about the genetic fallacy. The genetic fallacy is a subset of ad hominem. It's a form of ad hominem. And the way it works is that it seeks to disprove an argument by discrediting the source of an argument. And so the example that I have here on the screen here would be a good example because this sounds really similar to the ad hominem that I told you before in the last episode, the last installment. But this one is definitely not an ad hominem, and that is that when I was putting together this material originally a few years ago, one of the sources that I consulted was Rational Wiki, which is at rationalwiki.org. Now, Rational Wiki is an atheistic, anti-Christian website. But they put together some really solid materials on logic, especially on this fallacy side, the informal side of logic. I really did like their material. It was solid, it was good, it was well put together, it was presented well. It's not so much the logic that I didn't like, it's that they carry that out and carry that through and try to use that in their atheistic worldview, which is where I do disagree with them. But citing them as a source simply for logic and learning about logic would be to commit the genetic fallacy, to just disregard everything they do simply because they're atheists. So, again, I would actually recommend Rational Wiki in regards to logic, just because they don't follow through further down the line in their argumentation for their atheistic worldview does not mean that their logical materials are bad or wrong. So an example that we find in Scripture in John chapter 1, verses 45 and 46, Philip found Nathanael and told him that we have found the one Moses wrote about in the law and about whom the prophets also wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Nathanael responds by saying, Nazareth, can anything good come from there? So we see that Nathanael wants to disregard Jesus as the Messiah, not on any merit other than where he's from. He doesn't like people from Nazareth, apparently. Apparently Nazareth is ancient Israel version of that's where the rednecks are from or something. I don't know. So people scoff at Nazarenes, but that would be a genetic fallacy. So, because again, it's not looking at who Jesus is according to the Scriptures or any merit that would be logical, but rather where he's from. So, that's genetic fallacies. It's really short, and thanks for joining me for another installment of Lessons in Logic. We'll be back soon with another.